We are live and our spotlight just went out. Give me a second. Sorry about that. So you do that back there. All right. We are happy to be here on this day, which is Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm very excited. It's me, Lindsay. I have my new Apple Watch, what I've been setting up today. Although I was very offended when I told Lindsay that I have an Apple Watch. And I said, yeah, I got it with my life insurance for free. Basically, if you do a certain amount of exercise, and I certainly hope I do a certain the minimum amount of exercise, you get it for free. And she said, oh, is that like a senior citizen thing that they do? I was like, no, about what? Because she didn't get it when she got her life insurance. So anyway, but if this thing starts telling me to take another lap around the mall, then I'm ditching it. But anyway, all right, so shoulders back and Kida. We are working on counters this week, so we are keeping these workouts to about 30 minutes. So let's get going just with a little bit of movement. Going to get in my fighting stance. Remember, want to get on the ball of that back foot, bring the hands up here, elbows in. And as you work on these counters today, we're going to be working on some inside defense, what we call, in our champions, we call it the windshield wiper. For inside the pocket type punches. But anyway, I want you to make sure that you keep a good number 11 here, shoulder width apart and as up here as possible, okay? All right, so we're just gonna start some movement here. Here we go. Boom, ba-doo, nice and relaxed. Feel free to add one or two to it. Boom. And at the end of any particular step, I will stop and then I'm just going to do a static 2, we'll say a 2-3 or a 3-2, okay? And then just keep it, either one of those, 3-2. Just over the years, they've figured that whatever my front leg is, my number 3 is probably the best punch that I'd like to throw from my left side, and my cross is to the right. Good, keep it going. All right. It's important to drill these all the time because these are 2 different punches. This is weight going side to side. Definitely turn that hip, turn the shoulder, get the weapon out. The elbow high. Make sure you got to always have a good structure. None of this funky stuff like this where if you hit something really hard, it would break your wrist. Here, this one is all about the advance, the hip and the shoulder extending out and driving that weight forward through the kinetic energy. Good, keep it up. Good. And a little more, just keep moving. Don't have to move all the way forward, but I'm going to alternate between my left hand, my front side, an uppercut, boom. Okay, so remember, the uppercut has to create force one of 2 different ways. Either I lower my level, create this structure and drive it up, or I do kind of this modified hook where it's about transfer of weight. Except I'm just transferring it, whoop, up. One thing I don't want to do, just try to break this habit, even though professionals do it too sometimes, is to bring the hand back and try to make it all about this circular swing. It's not all about that. I'd rather create through the advance and the driving up of my hip and my level, or through the rotation and driving from down to up here. All right, so anyway, this is a number 5. And in our left, right, left kind of world, we'll go 5, 2 with a cross, 3 as a hook. An uppercut from my front leg, a cross over here, and a hook. Ready? Let's do about whatever number of those that we do. Here we go. Okay, the chamber for that, meaning I take that shoulder and hip over here. Good. I switch it to the other side. My back leg, lowering that level, chambering here. Well, again, it can either be lowering my level and driving up, or it could be big rotation where I just make that transfer weight, drive it from down here up through the middle of the goalpost. So I'm throwing the 6, then the 3, then the 2. These are all different, so feel the technical aspects of each one. Feel free to add movement. I'll stay in the center of the camera, but you can be moving left and right. Here we go. Let's alternate. 5, 2, 3, 6, 3, 2. Just remember, it's always a hook, cross, or a cross hook after every one. Ready? Here we go. Start with the 5. 5, 2, 3, 6. On your own. Whatever pace you want. Good, let's switch that up. Shake that out a bit. Just jog in place. Good, now we're just going to switch. Instead of the left, right, left paradigm, we're going to throw 2 with the left. So we're going to throw that uppercut, bring it back. When I say bring it back, I mean I let everything into that punch, then I brought it back, chambered it, and now I'm throwing another left. In this case, a 5, 3, and then the 2. Got it? Uppercut, bring it back, throw the hook high, at least level with the shoulder, boom, throw the cross. Ready, go. A very unique technical aspect, chambering it back. Certainly there are times you might just throw it out there just to create a response, but if I want power, got to bring it back. 5, 3, 2. Good, switch it to the other side. We're going to make this a little different than our normal, which is usually a 6, 3, 2. But I'm sorry, a 6, 2, 3. Sorry, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. But I'm going to throw this 6, bring it back, throw a hook. So it's going to be a 6 and a 4, and then I'm just going to throw this jab as much like a cross as I can. Since I'm here and I'm chambered, I'm not throwing it from the front side, I'm back here. So even though my legs are in the jab position, I've got quite a bit of runway on this thing, right? So it's a 6, bring it back, a 4, and then boom, just throwing that jab right in there. 6, 4, 1. Ready? Here we go. Lower my level. Good. Can you alternate between those 2? 5, 3, 2. On the other side, 6, 4, 1. These are literally as much as possible, they are opposites of one another. Good. Start with the 5. 5, 3, 2. Boom. 6, 4, 1. Did I say? What did I say?
No, it's okay.
Okay, I said 6, 4, 1. Good. And 5, 3, 2. Boom. 6, 4, 1. Excellent, good, and shake that out. All right, so we have been, we've been looking, let's see if I can show this here. What you looking here? We've been looking at counters, okay? So here's what we're gonna be covering. We're gonna cover the traditional inside parry with a simultaneous counter. I don't want the long terminology to kind of throw you off. Inside parry with simultaneous counters. The bottom line is, in Krav, we want to hit people as soon as we can. If I have to, I'll take the punch, click that switch on, rah, and get after them. But if I can, I'd like to hit them even as I'm defending or before. Okay, good. So with that inside parry, this is straight up level 2 stuff. For you level 1 people, you're getting some advanced info here. It's a low punch and a high punch, and we'll show you why you would choose one or the other. Now, for almost everybody, there are some unique ones that we're going to cover, and that's when the other person is not squared up to me. Now, by square, I just mean they're pretty much right here. She's throwing her right at my face, and I'm doing this inside defense, but now I'm outside of her elbow, or she's outside my elbow, one way or the other. She's quite off to the side. So I have some other options. And one of these options is that I end up right here, kind of in a T formation, okay? So we'll show you what those are. All right, so let's start with the basics. The bottom line is we're talking about punches that come inside my pocket here, between my forearms. Now, just because I say they're here doesn't necessarily mean that they're straights, although this is pretty obvious. She throws that right at my hand. I'm going to create a median right down my middle and right down her middle. If I put this here in this median, she cannot be effective with that punch. I don't care. Actually, I'm going to, since I have my new apple, well, you know what, this is really, so I'm going to tell her, open hand, she's going to punch me in the face. Go. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. I am not looking where I'm doing this. I know where I am, and I have a pretty good feeling for where she is. So it's not like a heat-seeking missile. Oh my gosh, I've got to find this. If this is on this side of me and it's punching at my face, if I create a median, the structure of her arm just simply doesn't allow it to be effective. So from this range here, you see her coming here. If I create this median, and especially if I can start wrist to wrist, this is going to be a very, very weak punch. However, my point about this is maybe it's not a straight, maybe it's a hook. But because of range or whatever, I got out of the way. Maybe I pulled, maybe I bobbed or weaved, and all of a sudden, there it is, inside of this pocket. I can do a lot of the same counters as I could if it was a straight. Here's a straight, whoa, boom. Here's a hook, whoa. All I do is get out of the way and let it become an inside position, right? Okay, so when I say inside defense, or these parries inside the pocket, I don't care how it got there. All I care is that it is there, okay? All right, so just for the sake of review, when she punches me, I want to create this median. Boom, here comes the punch. I create the median using the same side. I would always prefer to be out here, then I block here, boom, and now I'm open here. So I parry with the same side. What else could I add to that? Well, this moves her. This moves me. So I generally, whoa, I'm going to add a slip to it. Or if I'm really confident, I go, blah, 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 woo, and I use a slip all by itself. All right. But anyway, so I'm going to parry here. Now this is this is what I'm shooting for. She threw it right at my face. I parried it off to the side. I lower my level, and in a very simplistic way, with my shoulders square to her, I just send this punch out, boom, right in the middle there. That's where I would love. I would love to parry this, have this shot go over the shoulder, and me kind of advance in, boom, and just strike lower. If it was on the other side, hey lady, whoa, I parry, boom, I throw the punch. Can I just simply throw a low punch? Maybe. It's always a good idea to lower my level though. You know, it's never a good idea to be up here and not, and be completely open. All right, so that's where, what?
It's very bright on us.
This thing?
Well, we're kind of washed out.
Are we too washed out here? I see some people responding, so if I'm, let me turn this, let me get.
Try that one down there.
What? Is that better?
I think it's the other one.
I don't know. That looks pretty washed out. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll try it without that. All right. So, how do you work this without a partner? You just kind of work on me. I mean, you work looking at me. Okay. So again, if I'm throwing, we'll start with my right. Here it comes. I'm coming right at the camera. If I'm using this side, if this is my right, hopefully your camera or your orientation is correct. Just adjust accordingly. But if this is my right, then this is the side that you're going to parry. Whoa, right, whoa, okay? Now, for those of you who are experienced and this is an early level drill, certainly you should do some of it, but then you feel free to make it harder by lowering your hands. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, anything that you can do to challenge yourself, that's perfectly okay. Anyway, so you're going to parry, and then I don't want you to, once again, I don't want you to make this so complicated over here. You're just going to take and go, boom, just straight in there, okay? So, from your perspective, it's either going to be parry, stab with the fist, parry, stab with the fist. These are parry to low punches, okay? If I did this with Lindsay, okay, so remember, when you do this with a partner, it's not that big of a deal now because you're not actually hitting me. But people will tend to like keep their hands in here real close, and then makes it very hard. So give them a nice number 11, but this is how this should look from your perspective. Boom, right? Don't even worry about like rotating and things like that. Because if she throws this punch here and I rotate, whoa, see how it pulls it away from the block? You know, I want it here, boom, just kind of step into it, right? So it'll look like this, hey, you, boom, good. Good. All right, so we're going to alternate one side from the other. Or actually, let's start with 3 on this side. Ready? Here it comes. Parry and punch me in the stomach with the other hand. Boom. Boom. One more. Good. Other side. Parry with this side. Punch me in the stomach with the other one. I say stomach, but we're talking about in the solar plexus. Just getting those 2, make it very ballistic. Ready? Boom. One more. Good. Now, we said sometimes low punches, sometimes high punches. Why is that? Well, sometimes, even though we tell people not to, she punches me in the face. Oh man, what did I do? I didn't do the sideways thing. I slapped it down, and now this low punch is just not available. Well, if that's what, whoa, my gosh, if that's what happened, boom, I'm just going to punch over. Now, when I say punch over, don't just think you're going to be able to throw a straight punch here. You better get that elbow up, boom, and drive it right in. Elbow up, drive it in, okay? So here I'm going to throw these on her. She slaps it down too much, and she just punches over. If by chance you have a partner, just send it to the side. Now maybe you want to do this, I don't know. Sometimes I like to do this in sparring because sometimes she's fighting me and she leaves this jab hanging out there like this, and I just like, bam, I just make it happen instead of waiting for it to happen as a counter. Okay, so this is what you're doing, right? Parry the one side, except go ahead and bring it down because that's what you'll probably accidentally do, and then elbow up, punch the face. That simple. Okay? Ready? Start with this side. Boom. I'll do some drama for you. Hey, you. Over here, this side. Parry. High punch. Good. Now, what did we call this? Whoa. She punches me with the right hand. Woo. Left hand. Woo. We call those slips, right? Now I want you to look at the orientation of my body. She throws this left. I actually bring this shoulder forward. When she throws the right, I'm bringing this shoulder forward. It actually helps me because I attack the attack. I go faster than the attack if I can. And of course, I would be parrying as I did it. One other way, because remember how we said, what if she's going to slap me? Oh boy. Now, maybe I just don't have the opportunity to get all the way down here, but I could slip, except if I slip that way, that would be silly, right? So if something is coming this way, I literally can slip the other way. Now, since this is my rear side, woo, that's actually a pretty easy movement to make. Hey, girl, I'm gonna slap you. And it's very easy, especially if they're not really in here close, to make a miss. Like I could tell Lindsay, slap me for real. Come on. What's up, lady? Come on. Okay. So if I feel that confident, I can be like, woo. Okay. Now, the counter, remember we said these inside counters are when something is inside this pocket, no matter how it got there, right? So, hey, bam. I can still do the same thing with the overhand punch. I would not say that this low punch is available very much. That would be like, whoa, just, I don't know. Maybe for you it does, but for the most part, getting on the outside and throwing the overhand punch is available, especially when they throw, if you're a right-handed puncher, you have your right leg back, let's say like her, she has her right leg back and they're throwing a right hook, because that's a very easy movement that you can stay in pretty good control. Then she parries here, boom, and then throws the strike. Now, there will be a tendency with that hand to want to grab their hand. It's not going to work. Even if she tries to grab my hand, I'm going to be able to pull it back. So it's an opportunistic moment in time where she's just going to create a little hook. Just, ooh, yeah, that was perfect. It was just long enough, bam, to throw that strike. Maybe two, especially if she starts dashing around me. Well, boom, she'll take advantage as long as this is stuck in there, she'll do it. All right, so what we're saying is, here I'm coming, if you're right-handed, it works both ways. But if you were left-handed, then pulling back this way is a little awkward. but it's not that bad. You can do it either way. All right, so I'm gonna throw this outside punch, and what you're gonna do is, this is referred to as a pull. Slip, slip, and when I do this, but I go backwards, it's a pull, all right? So you should look, you're watching Lindsay, here comes this slap, boom, okay? So you're going back and putting the weight on that hip, and you should feel okay. You should feel, okay. I could drive back in, okay? So here, I'm on the outside here, I'm coming in, boom, and hook, and throw the punch, good. Now, again, if you, by chance, you have a partner with you, throw that punch, go ahead and extend it out, but way to the side, right? All right, so here I'm doing it on Lindsay. All right, boom, good. I say to the side, or you can also do it just across the front, either way. So I'm gonna have Lindsay be right here, and we're all working the right side. So when you see this coming, you're doing the same thing. What's your movement? Pull, hook, overhand right. Whoa, boom. Here it comes. Hey, you, boom. Good. Good. So remember, if you're pushing down, you're creating energy and often lowering your posture. I don't care. This is all I need to do. Right here, I don't have, there's no energy that I have to utilize there. It's just position. I just put this here, right? Hey, you stupid, boom. Good. Now, I like this a lot. We use this a lot in sparring, because she could do this even if I was like, hey, let me tell you something, I put it in there, boom, good. And it never hurts to improve your position. If this comes in here to me, towards my face, I will actually dash and come a little more, we're like in this T position. I'm facing this way, she's facing that way. It's kind of a T position, all right? So right now, here's what we have. Right hand straight to the face, parry, low punch. Parry, but I go too far down, go over, no big deal. Left hand, parry, boom, low punch. Parry, oh, went too far down, no big deal. Right hand, whoa, take my position, throw it, okay? Now, remember, this position, I could block, but if I just, you know what? I think she's gonna miss. I think if I get out of the way, I think she'll miss. As I said, I would always prefer to be on the outside than on the inside. Even if I'm here, blocked, I'd rather be on the outside, okay? Now, let's look at a couple of very unique ones that you may not have seen before, even if you're kind of level 2. All right, so I said the ones that we look at here are definitely good when we are square. Her shoulders are here, mine are here. You could draw a little rectangle and it would look pretty normal. But remember, I don't really want to be square. I would prefer to be slightly outside the elbows. Well, if I'm slightly outside the elbows to my left and she throws her right straight, it actually makes it very easy to do those counters. However, I also have some advantages here. So let's say she throws that right, boom, I'm parrying it. Boom, I'm parrying it. Boom, whoop. Why not control it for a moment? So I can really do that if I'm way outside of her elbows and I have this position and where I can just kind of lock it in. We briefly went over this last week, where the bottom line is, I don't know, you kind of see where I'm just trapping at the little nook of her elbow, and I'm just bringing it in. And what position would I want to do? Go from here?
Outside?
Yeah, I would just want to keep on traveling outside. Because I go here, what's she want to do? She wants to turn in. And I'm just going boom, 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 boom. Okay? That's where we get into the hooks. I'm sorry, the uppercuts into the body or the hooks. All right? So let's do a couple of those. So here's Lindsay in your position. Now, if we were square, it would look like this. But I'm over here, and I'm going to throw this right straight. She's still going to parry it, but instead of throwing a strike, she's just going to lock it in and throw that big hook here. Actually, without even moving, she wouldn't have, I mean, of course, going around is the better thing, but even right here, boom, right here, and high to the face. Good. So remember, this is a hook. Shoulders are here, forearms, maybe I'm pulling back. So you want to get that thing up nice and high. Boom, rotate the body right into this. It's perfectly okay if you're going around behind to hit them in the back of the head. Right there at the base of the spine. Show right here. That's an excellent place to hit. It's going to send people to the hospital right there. All right, so she's here. Each time, you're just going to simple parry. Lock it up for a second for this moment in time. Boom, boom. In this case, this is the 5 and the 3. Hey, I'm going to give you boom. Good. Got it? So hopefully you did the same thing. Here comes the punch. You stupid. Whoa, it's locked in. Good. Now, how long can you stay there? I don't know. You just keep on. She'll be running around me, and I'll be going like, hey, boom, and she just lighting into me. The back of my head, bam, bam. If it's on the side, she's hitting the temple and the jawline with the knuckles. This is a bad case scenario, right? All right. So here we are. Good. Now you can practice this on your spouse, as I do. Every time my wife says, hey, you have a piece of tissue on your face. Bam, 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 bam. She's like, stop. Stop. You have a tissue on your face. Ah! In fact, here's what you can do tonight. You can purposely put a piece of tissue on your face. And then when they say, you're like, where is it? Where is it? Ah, boom. Just got to be ready for that parry at any time. Parry, get to the outside, lock it in. Boom, boom, boom. All right, again, let's see if Lindsay, putting Lindsay on the spot. She gets the big number 11 out here. Boom, overhand. Boom, low punch. Overhand. Boom. Oh, it's coming from the outside. Oh, she blocked it. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Boom. Good. And bow. She ends up to the outside. Now, the one that we didn't, we'll cover this. What's tonight? We'll try to cover it before the week's up. But she throws this right at my face. Oh, my gosh. And somehow, remember we said this T position? I'm facing this way. She's facing this way. Boom. Uppercut. Perfectly fine. She really throws that thing. I advance in. Boom. And I just come straight up into it. It's the same thing, same position that I could get this, but for whatever reason, boom, I just throw the uppercut. We didn't have time to cover that, but excellent job. So, you can do these with your imagination. Boom. Whoa. Hey, get your kids to get a noodle and just say, stab me in the face. I'm going to give you $1 every time you stab me in the face. No. Start low and work your way up as you get better and better. Any questions? No. Thank you very much to Linz. All right. And shoulders back and Kida. Lots of love to you guys. See ya.